Hi everyone, it's Takara J. I did want to come back with another video for you guys. This is a 2021 Hobonichi weeks. This is a regular weeks. So if you guys want to see that, stick around. All right, so what I've done here is basically this is the, well, let's talk about the actual, like, which one I got. I got the beige, I think this is the beige one, and this is a regular weeks. So the front, let's talk about the cover. So the cover is a Jimbun Techo. I had actually a Jimbun Techo back in 2019. So I actually just found it randomly. Actually, I knew that it slipped in, so I wanted to see if it will fit. So it technically fits, but it doesn't. I did have to force it a little bit, but it did eventually get in there. So you can see it's kind of off. Not sure if you can see that, but it's kind of off. So basically it's kind of like more to this side over here than over here, but you know, it's okay, just to protect the cloth feel of the actual planner. I'm using this background I got from some stickers that I had bought from Amazon, and then I had some clips here because I was afraid, because I did cut off some excess off this, that it was gonna tear. So I just put these here just to go ahead and that way I don't forget and try to like tug on it and then it splits it, and I'm just like sad. But we can go ahead and open this. So this is the front, and you know, in the Jimbun Techo, it does have these 3 card slot pockets. So I did go ahead and slip a card with some washi on there, so that way I can have some if I am out, and I did want to go ahead and lay some washi. On my front pocket here, I did have 2 or 3 stickers. This is a picture of us from Las Vegas. I did go this year. So that was history for myself. That is my first time flying, you guys. So that was really exciting for me. These are just some happy planner stickers that I had, and I just stuck them here so it doesn't look so boring. And then what is this? This is the overlay for the 2022, and then I had like this prayer praise sticker that actually fit like over that little, those random words there in Japanese, so I just stuck that there, and I may put something there, I'm not really sure yet. And this is what I call my just a random sticker, actually, because I'm going to put these here. Hold on, not here. I'm going to put these here. Basically what that is when did I last, that's what I call it, the list. When did I last do this? When did I last do that? And it needs to be updated, but I did go ahead and stick that in there, that way I don't forget. But yeah, I'm gonna put that here for the new year, and that's how I'm gonna be using this. And then also as well, I have birthdays at the top, and then any other thing that I plan on tracking, I will do it here. More so probably my cycle, and then anything else that I would like to track, but more so just those things, and then my cycle. And then here we are with the December month here. So today is the 1st. I did go ahead and do something that I did see from Melanie from Addicted to Planning. She actually did a color coding system for her months. So I really did like that method, so I took that and ran with it. And then for everything else, and then she also did like this little mini cake I think that's what it's supposed to be. But I thought that was so cute. So I was like, I'm gonna use that. So I'm gonna use that for birthdays. And then for the icons that look like stars, those are bills for me. I would need something that actually looks like, wow, what is that? And then I remember, oh, well, that's a bill. And then the little squares are just basically my work items or anything like that. And then, you know, paydays, and then some bills are down here. And then I have some information on a sticky that I just folded up because I didn't want to use too much room, so I just folded it up. And then we go to the month of January. I did not fill out much in January, just a couple things. And then here, I always do this because I'm so bad, I mean so bad at figuring out when is the new pay period and when do I need to sign my time card. So I always have that. And you know what? It's always on a Friday. And the new period starts always on a Saturday, but I always forget. So I need to have that here so that I won't forget. And because, you know, I'm always going to have this in hand, so I usually just do that. So I went ahead and just color coded all my months. If you see that, this is blue, pink, green. And I did kind of go with the code, like the month mood, or I'd say like the theme or the season, or what I felt like the season was for that month. And I felt like April was purple because it was like purple shot, like rain, purple rain, you know, Prince. And then we have May with the green. And then we have June. And I think I only went up to August on the color system. But I did go ahead and do all of the colors, which I did go ahead and do that on this part. That way I'll know what color is what. So like for September is blue again, or like a lighter blue. October is orange. November is brown, and December is red. But I know I'm not gonna probably be in here in December. So, but we can go back here. Okay, see, I can fill those out. And then I did have like a little, I guess you can say, hack that I guess most people aren't doing. So, you know, you have a January, February, and then you have March. Well, I covered March with I had a Hobonichi 2020 Hobonichi, okay? So I had some spare pages, and that Hobonichi was a mega. So I had some extra pages in that Hobonichi. So what I did was, you know how they have them stringed on there? Well, I took some of those spare papers, and I made sure that they were not torn in too much. And then I just like cut it a little bit. That way it doesn't have that string straggling here. And I just glue them onto the month of March. That way I don't have to flip to the back of the planner to actually just start my month. I can start it here, and then that first week, instead of it being this week, it was going to be here. So, and you can also do that if you know you're not going to be using this these first 3 months for the new year of 2022, then you can go ahead and take some spare paper and actually use these 3 months instead of actually having them just sit blank. And you can actually start it, I guess, a month in advance, or 2 months in advance, or 3 weeks in advance. Instead of having to start that pre-week, you could actually start a little bit before, if you're just if you're that impatient. Okay, and then for this is my first week that I started. I did start the week prior in this book. So what I did was basically made a layout. So because I did start in the month of November, and I don't have November and December on the front, on this front layout here on the months, what I did was I used a neutral color, and I call gray a neutral color because I know that when it comes down to going into the new year, those colors are more bright and vibrant, that once I do flip those pages, going into those months and I do open it up, I know like, oh, hey, wait, back in January of this year, the color was blue, not gray. And that this is a perfect page to show that, because you can see that these two colors are on the same page. So I'll know like, hey, this was January. So yeah, if that makes sense. And then for my layout here, I did just go ahead and do the bullet journal style layout. One of my specialties that I like to do for myself is I do like to put my work schedule first, always. So what I did was, instead of doing a square for my work schedule, for my work schedule, I do a circle and then I just color it in. Now, another key thing that you can do is, if you would like this style, or if you're more prone to having you know, go work minded first, once you do your bullet journal style, you can do this method, but you can color it in with that certain color. Or if you're better at color coding than I am, I'm a person who likes pen rather than a lot of color on my page. So I would rather just do this and mark it out with a circle rather than having so much color on my page, as you can tell. So I like that method first, rather than going to pick up another pen or another marker or anything like that just to color that in. So if you're like that, then that's great, but not me. And you can always just do that if you would like that. But so with my task, this was just something that I did pick up along the way of just using bullet journal methods. I didn't actually do this on my next page. I did a different style, just trying out different keys. And while we're on the key, so let's go here, hold on. So this is a method that I like to use now, because I am using a new key. I did have this set up in the back, and for it to like flip out when I am using my book, just in case I did forget. Now this incorporates with this more than it does with the first page, because I did start doing my task as a dot, and then my actions only as like a square, or like a half open triangle. And then when it's completed, I'll go ahead and color that triangle in as a full triangle. I also use the hourglass method if I'm waiting on something. I did get that tip as well from Addicted to Planning, Melanie. And I also got her method of that triangle from her as well, from her original post with her bullet journal video. You guys should go watch that. She's very detailed on her bullet journaling. For her ring planner, she did go ahead and do an example, very detailed. You should watch that. She also uses the birthday method and then the canceled events. But some of these are my little twist on what she was doing. So I would say the time sensitive things, I did go ahead and do asterisks. So if you see things like this on my page, then I know that that's something that is time sensitive or something that is scheduled. I would use that. And then let's see, a note. These are notes here. My habit tracker, my bills due. So this layout here, I would use this on a week that my paycheck would be here. So as you can see that this is a paycheck week, so this is why I'm using this method. If it was just a regular week, I think that I would take this this bullet point here out, and I would just use that for more of a to-do list openly, or make my notes list bigger, so that way I can be able to write a little bit more. So yeah. During the week here on this side, I do more things on a Sunday and a Monday because my weekend starts on a Sunday and then I'm back to work on Tuesday, and I do work on Saturdays. So my 2 days that I work, that I don't work, are Monday and Sunday. So those 2 days are going to be filled more than during the week. So if you do see my post on Instagram, go follow me, by the way, at Takara J, you'll see that I have a little bit more to-dos on those 2 days than during the week, because my schedule is so wonky that I don't have anything to do during the day because most of the day I am at work. So yeah. All right, and then another thing here is I have this tab. Now this tab I did go ahead and make on my own. It is very old. I've had it since I actually started doing this, and you know what, it is still sticky. Like, it is still very sticky, and I love that about that tab. I thought I did a wonderful job on that tab. So this is the next week for me. Oh, one thing here. So these are what I call my reminder stickers for my Bible study, anything like that, what I do go ahead and stick those there. I do have another one, another two. Okay, empty all trash and check my mailbox. I am horrible at checking my mailbox. Like, they'll stuff things in my mailbox because I forget to check that thing. Because normally everything that I do is mostly on auto pay, or I get it emailed to me, so I don't really just be worried about paper. And that's ironic because I'm using paper, so that's weird. But yeah, I'm not worried about someone sending me paper. So yeah, so that's mostly what happens there. So I have to remind myself, hey, go check your mailbox before they stop sending you things. So yeah, that's it here. And then what's another one? What do I have here? Okay, one more thing, I think. Oh, in the back. Okay, so all those pages are blank. I just go ahead and start coloring in January there. So this is the other, I guess you can call it a hack that I have. Okay, so this page, as you can tell, was the last page of the book of the weeks, and it has that Japanese writing. So I did the same thing what I did to the front of that first month, the last month, I'm sorry, that you see there. I just covered it with the Hobonichi paper. And I call this my spreads. I did go ahead and smear that. I am left-handed, so if you see smears, it's because I write this way. So yeah, so I did go ahead and try to make this pretty, I guess. And I did do one other thing from Addicted to Planning. Most of my hacks, or most of my knockoff, I guess, hacks here are coming from her. Because I love her videos, like I love them. But she, instead of having this little small area here for your index, I did go ahead and start the index here, but I did go ahead and continue it on the next page instead of starting the notes here. And then I went and decorated it a little bit. And then I start my actual list. So what I've done here is I put, well, let's focus on this side. So what I've done here is I put all the lists that I wanted to actually be in here, but what I actually am doing, or what is actually laid out, has been filled or colored in, basically. So the actual spreads that I want to use, I put them here. The actual spreads that are in here, I've colored them in. And then that way it'll let me know that, hey, if you're wanting to actually put this budget spread in here, or if you're wondering if you did, you haven't. And then the same thing goes for anything else that I want to. And then the fish, I know that's kind of like double dipping, I guess you can say, because you can tell that what you have in here is from the index. But if I put in that I have a budget spread here, but I haven't actually filled it out, then to me, I'm thinking, hey, well, why did you put that in there if you didn't actually use it? So these are like basically my ideas, and if I actually did go ahead and follow through with that idea. So that's a little bit better than just saying, hey, these are spreads that you're wanting to use, because you can just put that there. So these are my spreads. And I love these stickers. I just got these recently. If you follow me on Instagram, you can actually get a little glimpse of what they are. And then I also did go ahead and do one thing that she does every day, or at least try to do every day, which is if she has any other extra things that she'll put them here. So for me, I say this is what I call a weekly thing for me. So I'll write down my to-dos. I'm a lister rather than a like a broad, like this way. I'll list this way. So I like to go down. So this week was for November 23rd. It was this week. So all of that I knew I was going to get on this page, but I knew I wanted to try to get all of that done in this week. So instead of putting it here, wasting the space for the things that I actually did do, I actually put it here. That way I'll know what things I did not finish. And whatever I did not finish, instead of closing them out, I actually just put an arrow down, and that way they'll go down to the next week. Now this week is this week. So these are the things that I filled out for myself for this week. One of those things is a grocery list, which I did go ahead and arrow out to the right. And I did write down the items that I did want to go ahead and pick up from the grocery store. Now this list does not have to stay in this area for me. I can go ahead and place this list on a different piece of paper. That way I'll have to keep flipping to this side and actually wasting, because I do like to randomly write down all my numbers or whatever I'm picking up, just to make sure I'm staying in budget. So I would rather not do this here, but actually do that on a different piece of paper. But I did want to go ahead and make my note of actually what I was actually picking up. That way I can just check it off as I go. I usually shop at the same grocery store, so how I put them actually in this order is actually how the aisles are. Sometimes I think they probably switched it around by now, but yeah, so most of everything is in this order at this store. And then basically the other things are things that I need, a list of items that I need to write down as a password basis, because I'm starting to get more, or I'll say I'm starting to frequently forget my passwords to some of my apps that I don't really use that much. So I did want to go have a certain area in another book that has these passwords. I just needed to write this down here. That way I don't forget to do that. Now, if we go to the back of the book, I did have, let me take this out. I don't need that anymore. This is a little cute little sticker, or it's not a sticker technically, but, and this is what I meant by that list paper that I had. So this is a Hobonichi Techo paper. I did actually just cut this down. As you can tell here, the paper is that I cut that side and I'm just using that side. So just write down my list. I'm gonna use this as my grocery paper. And that's a stencil that I got from my rings. And these are stickers from my Happy Planner and stickers from a shop out here in Houston called The Little Craft Place. Go check it out if you are in Houston. And this is like a pen test page. And I did have my key latched onto this page. I did not cover this page because I knew that I wanted to use this and actually have a pen test available page for myself. I am into researching weird things. Right now I'm into the narcissistic videos on YouTube. So if you see these things, that's the reason why. I'm not narcissistic or anything. But these are the pages that I did go ahead and cover. Now, one thing's for sure, you do not see these pages in my, what do you call that? Index. Why? Because they're at the back. Now, the reason why I did it like that is because these aren't very important items that I needed to go ahead and write down, because I knew that they were at the very back. And why? Because in the end, if I write these first and I know these pages are last, then it's going to be out of order. So I would rather have these not noted and know that I can just flip to these where they are, then flip to these and have them in my index, and then I'm thrown off for the numbers because these are going first, and then I have 10, 11, 12 afterwards. Like, that's weird. I guess that's just me, but I would rather have this going in order than have the numbers 78 and 76 here, and then 11, 12, 13, and then 81, and you know, those are just random numbers, but you know what I mean. So I don't like that, but I would rather have that sequence than jumbled and random. But other than that, let's see. What else that I needed to say? Oh, so my pen is the Pilot Juice .38. I bought this pen, this set of pens back in May. I thought I wasted my money, to be honest, but when I saw how they wrote, the original pen that I was using was the oldie but a goodie, the Pentel RSVP pen, fine tip. I thought this pen was the world, and then started writing with this pen, especially in the Hobonichi. The pen quality was amazing. The dark, fine, you know, just, it was just awesome. It flowed right. And then I'm a left-handed person, so it dried quickly when I used them. Now, I've tried to attempt to write with other pens in this book recently. So if you did see smears, it was not from this pen. I did use a Pilot, and then, you know, those pens, I just quit because I could not deal with the smearing. I did have a blue pen that I got from a old planner that I loved how it wrote, but it did not dry very quickly, so I stopped using that one. But yeah, so this is the pen that I'm using, and I am using this currently because I can't find the freaking string that I made with some elastic on the book. I like the way it looks on here, but my pen latches onto it and I just push it. I just like the way it looks. Now, when I am on the go, I recently did go ahead and show you guys my wallet. I do still use the wallet, which is here. Now, I haven't tried it in here since I put this on. I just recently put this on like last night. So let me try it white with you guys. It barely fits, but it's in there. Let's see. It's in there, you guys. It's in there. Okay. Okay. I'm satisfied with that. So it fits. Let me just take that out. But I did get this wallet from Walmart. Oh, did I force it out? Oh crap. Oh, I was pulling on it. Okay. So I may not use this the way that it was intended for, but that is it. This is my Hobonichi setup for the past couple of days. I hope to go ahead and do another video for you guys in a couple of, I would say, months. Just go ahead and give you guys an update on what I'm doing. Until then, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And till next time,